Welcome to another session in this course. I am going to be teaching you a concept that is considered intermediate to advanced concept in MySQL, and it is all about common table expressions, which is also known as CTE tables. CTE tables are a form of virtual tables that we create inside our query, and we use them instead of creating a new table in memory. In this session, I will teach you how you can initiate the common table expressions in your query. I will also teach you how you can create multiple common table expressions in one query. I will also let you know how common table expressions are actually more preferred to subqueries by some professionals. And also, I will show you some conditions where common table expressions might actually not work inside my SQL query. Let us get at it. If you look at this particular query here, you will discover that we used a subquery, and this is the subquery that we used. As you continue in your journey with MySQL, you will discover that there is a better way of doing this instead of using a subquery, because there are some times when you want to use more than 2, 3, 4, 5 subqueries at the same time. The way around this is to use what is called CTE, that is common table expression. How do we do that? Let me dismantle this particular query and let us rebuild it using the common table expression. I'm going to remove all of this. I will remove these two. Then I will also remove this bracket, and this combine here, I will remove it. If we run this now, we are going to get our outcome. And you can see that we have the 4 columns from the 3 tables that we have joined together. Whenever we want to start our common table expression, we use the with operator. When we write with, we are telling MySQL that whatever is under is going to be a common table expression. Then we name our table. So let's call it combine. So combine, then as when we do this, we are saying that the name of this particular table expression is going to be combined. Then we put it inside a parenthesis. Having done all of this, what we are saying is that everything inside here has been termed as combined. If I want to perform the same task I performed before, I can come here and select all from combine. And if I run it, you will discover that we still have the same thing. Assuming we want to achieve the same thing like we did before, we just come down and select the customer name, then the sum of other value. Let's say that the sum of other value, we make this as total order, and then from combine, and then we say group by the customer name. After you have grouped it, we come again and say order it by the total value. Just come up here and see the total order. So we order it by the total order, and we say limit it to 20. This is going to be in descending order. By doing this, what we are saying is that we have made all of this to be like a virtual table. And from this virtual table, we are selecting the customer name, the sum of other value, and we are making this sum of other value to be the total order. From the combine, we do every other things we want. When we run this particular query, we are going to get the top 20 customers based on the total order values. And you can see the outcome is here. Majority of the time, it is preferable to use a common table expression instead of using subquery. It is important for you to note that we can even use multiple common table expressions. And let me show you in this particular query. In this query here, you can see that we have initiated our common table expression with the width here, and then the first one is top trans. So what we do here is that this particular table here, let's run this particular table. You can see that this is returning the top 20 transactions. That is the number of transactions. This particular subset is returning the top 20 customers based on the number of transactions they have made. Number one was 7 transactions, and then the following one was the 6 transactions, and the next one is 6 transactions. However, we also want to check for another group of customers, those who have the top 20 total amount. That is, when we add all of the order they made for the year, they were in the top 20. And this particular query here is going to return that. Let me run it and let's see. You can see that this has returned the top 20 in that category. However, we want a particular query that will return the customers who are present in both categories. We want customers who are in the top transaction and also they are in the top total order. We can do this by creating 2 different tables and join them. But we don't want to waste resources. What we want to do is that we are going to use common table expression to create something like a virtual table and we run it. Now, the top transaction is here, top total order is here, all of them under this same width operator here. Now, we come down and we select all from top transaction, join it with top total order. This is an inner join, and then using the customer ID. If I click on this, you will discover that we have those customers who are in the top 20 transactions and are also in the top total order. We have been able to do this using our common table expression. The takeaway is that we can have as many common table expressions as possible, and we can run a query that will extract information from all of these so-called virtual tables. However, before we go in this session, I want to show you something. For common table expressions, you have to use them in the same query. For example, if I put a semicolon here, you can see now I have put a semicolon here, which means that all of this query here has ended. If I run this query individually now, without making it be a part of the ones above, we are going to encounter an error. Then you can see that we have an error here. Table says that the top trans table does not exist. It does not exist because it is actually a virtual table. However, if I remove this semicolon and I run everything all together, you will see that we have our outcome. So this is common table expression in Mysql. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification icon and like our videos. Until we meet in the next one.